From quitting a promising career to fathering a child to publicly coming out as trans, MrBeast's longtime friend Kris Tyson has been taking risks and living a fascinating life right alongside the world-famous content creator since day one. MrBeast is obviously the center of attention on his channel, but he has an entire team of people working with him. MrBeast's friends aren't just integral members of the team, they've also been supporting him from the very beginning. Over the years, MrBeast's channel has grown faster than anyone ever expected, and Tyson has had a front row seat for the whole wild ride. In fact, she's known MrBeast since he was just a 7th grader named Jimmy. Despite a 2-year age gap, MrBeast and Tyson became friends because they were both deeply interested in YouTube and the process of making videos. Tyson told Newsweek, "One day I went over to his house and he made the MrBeast channel and I was his first subscriber. Anyone who's had big YouTube dreams can tell you getting that first subscriber, even if it's one of your own friends, is a big deal." Tyson and MrBeast had no idea what they were really starting on the day they launched their YouTube channel. But internet fame and fortune was just a handful of years away from them.
I ain't playing around no more. We're about to grind our way to the top.
In the world of YouTubing, it's not uncommon that major content creators find their way to fame after taking an incredible leap of faith. MrBeast himself famously dropped out of college after just 2 weeks in class in order to pursue his dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. It's much less often than you'll hear about someone leaving behind an entire job just to help their friend with a channel. But that's exactly what Kris Tyson did. While MrBeast was beginning his YouTube career, Tyson was studying IT in college. After graduating, Tyson ended up working in an internship position and planning out a traditional career path for the future. Then a single conversation with MrBeast changed everything. Tyson told Business Insider, "Jimmy was like, 'Hey, I know you worked really hard for that job, but can you quit it and just come work for me?' Where someone else might have seen incredible risk, Tyson saw the opportunity to completely transform her life. At that time, MrBeast's channel had just 750,000 subscribers, but Tyson decided to take a chance and join the team. All these years later, it's safe to say that leaving a real job by the wayside was the right call.
Kris, are you in the tank?
Yeah, where did we get a tank from?
Don't worry about that.
When the assassin and the boys are in the warehouse, destroy their car.
Roger that, over and out.
Everyone's got skeletons in their closet, but these days, that's just a fancy way of saying no one should scroll too far back on Twitter. There have been a handful of times that MrBeast's shady side has gotten him in trouble, and one instance in 2018 involved The Atlantic digging through his old tweets and finding some particularly nasty jokes. MrBeast's defenders pointed out that the tweets were posted when he was still a teenager. But whether or not you think MrBeast deserved all the negative attention, you can probably agree that his friends should have taken the hint and gotten rid of their own troubling tweets. In 2021, Kris Tyson ended up in the same hot seat that MrBeast had occupied in 2018. YouTuber Def Noodles went back through Tyson's Twitter history and posted screenshots of some truly awful tweets that Tyson made between 2016 and 2018. Tyson's tweets might have been meant as jokes, but that didn't make them any more palatable. The posts run the gamut from Islamophobia to blatant racism to edgy 9/11 jokes. After Def Noodles' tweets, Tyson posted an apology to Twit Longer. In it, Tyson wrote, "I want you to know I have learned from this and I'm going to keep using my platform to try to help people and spread messages of acceptance and love." Any big internet personality knows that it's next to impossible to keep any information about their relationships private. And this is how it was for Kris and Katie Tyson, whose relationship was followed and scrutinized for years by fans. However, the Tysons didn't make keeping up with their relationship the easiest thing in the world. Katie preferred to stay out of the limelight, and the whole time she was with Kris, she only appeared in a single MrBeast video. Despite their attempts at privacy, fans still kept a close watch on Katie's and Kris's social media accounts. In June 2020, the internet was overjoyed as the Tysons welcomed their first son to the world. But by 2022, fans thought they'd picked up on a problem in the relationship. For the entire year, Kris and Katie hadn't posted any pictures of each other. Although the Tysons probably would have preferred to keep things private a little while longer, Kris eventually explained to fans on Twitter that the two of them had separated in 2022. Though their marriage didn't last, the two still communicate with each other, particularly when it comes to co-parenting their son Tucker. Who knows what the future has in store for either of them? But one thing's for certain, fans are gonna keep rooting for their family. After becoming a parent, it's natural for a person to shift their priorities. Kris Tyson's son Tucker was born in 2020, right when the whole world was figuring out how to navigate a dramatic change of pace. The past several years have been exhausting in more ways than one, and Tyson credits Tucker with getting them through these particularly tough times. Figuring out how to be a parent is hard enough when you have a traditional job, but Tyson's career involves around-the-clock work and, on occasion, major travel plans. Sometimes that's worked out to Tucker's benefit. Tyson said that Tucker got to tag along for a MrBeast video that involves some travel. She posted a few pics on Instagram, with part of the caption reading, "Tucker says, thanks for the cool plane rides, Uncle Jimmy." We already talked about how fans can easily become over-invested in the personal lives of their favorite creators, and as a parent, that's something Tyson is always thinking about. Tyson and Katie have posted pictures of Tucker in the past, but they have said they're trying to minimize Tucker's online exposure going forward. It's one thing to have fans obsessing over your marriage, but having people follow your toddler like a celebrity is a step too far. Balancing private and public life is particularly challenging for content creators, but now it seems like Tyson's heart is in the right place. In April 2023, Kris Tyson got the internet talking after revealing that she'd been undergoing hormone replacement therapy for 2 months and would be okay going by any pronouns for the immediate future. Tyson didn't mince words about how impactful this step in her gender journey has been. She wrote on Twitter, "Informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives." MrBeast immediately came out in support of his friend, popping into Tyson's replies to write, "Here to help with the ratio." MrBeast's initial comment did frustratingly little to dissuade angry commenters and wild speculation that Tyson's decision would impact her role on the MrBeast team. Eventually, the chorus of negative voices got so loud that MrBeast stepped back in to say, "This is getting absurd. Kris isn't my nightmare, she's my f***ing friend and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to f*** me off." Despite some of the negativity floating around online, Tyson has made it clear that coming out was the right decision. She wrote on Twitter, "I was super nervous to be public about this, but seeing conversations started because of me is amazing." Tyson is continuing to use her platform to proudly declare that, quote, "trans rights are human rights," and fans are just excited to see where her journey goes from here. Recently, Kris Tyson cleared the air about rumors that MrBeast had fired her from the team. There have been no shortage of speculation and gossip surrounding Tyson and her work with MrBeast following Tyson coming out as gender non-conforming, but the latest rumors spread far enough that some people really started to believe it was true.
That guy pays my bills, be careful!
It all started when Tyson went to Japan with MrBeast to film a video. Tyson ended up leaving the trip earlier than the rest of the team, and some online were quick to jump on that as proof that Tyson wouldn't be working with MrBeast anymore. Of course, reality is even more straightforward and way less exciting. In an AMA, Tyson responded to a question about why the Japan trip had been cut short. She said, "Because I want to spend time with Tucker, and MrBeast is traveling a lot. I'm just gonna come and go as I please." That answer isn't going to satisfy everyone. After all, Tyson has taken Tucker on trips with MrBeast before, so some fans are still going to wonder why that didn't happen here. Ultimately though, being a parent to Tucker is more important than making videos, and it's hard to argue that a toddler should be spending more time on planes than in their own backyard. In July 2023, Kris updated fans on a few major milestones in her life. She joined YouTuber Anthony Padilla for a heartfelt interview, during which she revealed that she now officially uses she/her pronouns and would be going by a different name around friends and family.
You mentioned that you changed the spelling of your name?
Yeah.
From Kris CH to Kris to K?
With a K.
In the interview, she reiterated her feeling that being on HRT was a life-saving decision, and that she's feeling much better than ever before.
I've really never felt connected to my body until I started taking HRT.
She also revealed that she had made her decision to transition as far back as 2022. But that was not an easy decision. In the years leading up to coming out as trans, Kris struggled with a lot of self-doubt and depression. Now, as Tyson told her followers on Instagram, "The physical changes aren't the only things that have made me feel so much happier." She added that she feels able to face the world at last. Shortly after the interview aired, Kris also shared a set of before and after photos to illustrate to friends and fans how much progress she's made in 6 months on HRT. The comments were almost immediately flooded with followers congratulating and rooting for her, and pretty much any negativity was quickly drowned out.